Hey creative friends, Lucille here from Artistry Heaven. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. Today we are speaking all things Tumbler wrap, or rather 20 Oz Tumbler wraps, and I am going to show you how I do my creations of 20 Oz Tumbler wraps in 3 different systems. So if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you find some value and some information that you can use on your own journey. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. A lot of you are tuned into my videos and you always come back to see what's new, what did I drop recently, what information can I share with you to you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. The reason I'm doing today's video is because a member in our Facebook community asked me about 20 Oz Tumbler wraps, and I was very surprised because I had a 40 Oz Tumbler wrap, which is more complicated than a 20 Oz design. And lo and behold, I had no 20 Oz Tumbler wraps. So I thought, let me do a video. I'll show you 3 ways that I create my designs, and I hope it helps you. If you've got questions, let me know in the comment section, and if I didn't answer anything, or if I skipped or I went too fast or whatever, just let me know and I will address your issue. So this is my store, Clip Artistry Heaven. So if you are a print on demand seller or you sell physical products, please feel free to stop by at my Etsy store. These are some of the designs that I've done in the past. So quite a few of them are selling continuously, so that's always amazing to know that people come back to buy your products. And we will just do something very similar today. So the 3 systems that I'll be using is Canva as a design tool. We'll also use Artistly as a image generator, and then I want to show you MyDesigns, which I am fairly new at. It was a system I've been putting off for a very long time, but I've over the weekend started playing around, fiddling around with it, and it's easier than what I thought. So those are the 3 systems that we will be working on today. Okay, let's start. So I'll start with Canva, and if you're familiar with Canva, this is what the interface looks like. If you click on like home, that's the very starting page. It will have all your past designs, and then I would just navigate over to Canva's AI. So they've got their own image generator. I believe it is supported by Leonardo. So at some point last year, Canva and Leonardo created Dreamlab, and then as of a month or 2 months ago, Canva's Dreamlab, just what I know it as, has now become Canva AI. So this is the interface in front of you. You will click on create an image, right? Then you need to select the aspect ratio. Now, the sizes that I use for my 20 Oz Tumbler wraps, the skinny is 9x3 times 8x2 inch. That's the size that I use. And with Canva AI, you can't really set that dimension. It's very different to Kittl. I might just quickly show you Kittl as well. So you don't have that ability to be able to, off the bat, just like create 9.3 by 8.2 as the exact size for the tumbler, right? So what we'll do is we'll choose the closest one to that, which is the aspect ratio 4x3, and then you just need to like add a prompt. Okay, so this is AI Prompt Heaven. It's my monthly membership, $9 a month. Sign up and cancel at any time. So this is pretty much what the interface looks like. So we'll just grab a prompt from the membership. Let's go Tumbler wraps. Let's go Halloween. Okay, we'll try and use one of these prompts. Okay, so a whimsical Halloween themed digital design featuring pastel, jack-o'-lantern, pumpkins in a shade of pink, lilac, and teal. We'll copy all of that. So you'll see the image on the right, you'll see on the left the title, the date that I created it, the system that I used. In this case, it was ChatGPT, just like the style. Below that, I give you tech details, which is basically, again, the size. It should be high resolution at the end. Deep purple night sky background. It tells you, like, very descriptively what the background looks like. Pastel, pumpkins, pink, teal, lilac. So if you want to use that color combination in some other design unrelated to this, then you can just copy that color combination. Glitter dipped witch hats, so it tells you if you look at the hats portion of the pumpkin, it's got glitter all over it, so it's very descriptive, and that's what I like about the vault. It just gives you a lot of details that we normally wouldn't really put into our prompt building, right? So the accents are gold stars, bats, crescent, moon, sparkles, central quote in whimsical handwritten font, which is too cute to spook. Okay, so we will copy that. We go back to Canva. We then paste. I just like to have them all like no line breaks in between. So you can just have a look at that, make sure that you're happy. Normally I go illustration, I generate, and then I'll go copy again. I'll do also sketch color, generate, and then I'll do one more, which is none, and then I just let the system try and figure it out on its own. So that is Canva. Canva's quite quick. Wow, this is so gorgeous. Totally different from one in the membership. I mean, if you look at this one, it looks different. It's got all the tech details, so it's not wrong in this aspect, but it's just put its own spin on it. I like this text, so that's awesome. Wow, love it. And then the last one was like I chose no style, like no style, yeah, so I just let the system go. But I think the fact that I've chosen sketch oil here and even the illustrator, I like this one. So we need to choose one now. The fact that we chose an art style, I think the first two came out nicer. Let me know what you think. I don't know, but you can see the difference. I like this because the text is awesome. So I'm going to click on edit. If I want to make any changes here, I can. Sorry, I mean to click on it, sorry. And then if I want to add anything here, you are welcome to do that. You can also upscale it over here, which is not where I do my process, so I don't do that here. Okay. But let's say you wanted to add something here, you can just let the system know and it will work on that change for you. So I've already clicked on edit, so now I'm now in the editor, so now I can do my changes, remove background, I can change the background, I can change the text, anything under the sun that you want to do. You can change the color composition, you can change the light, sharper, darker, whatever, which I'm not going to focus on today. You can even change the color palette over here. If you want to bring in something like orange, you can do that. Click on orange and it will do the change here. That's the beauty of Canva, and there's just too much to say about Canva, but let me just focus on today's video. So over here, you're going to, at the moment, the size is, if you click on file, you'll see the size is 1280 by 960, which is not we've already established that we want it in a pixel, in an inch, like an inch sizes. So we need to resize it. Resizing is only available in the Pro version. So if you're on the free, then you would have to upgrade, and then you go to custom size over here. Once you click on it, you need to enter your dimensions. So now we already said we wanted in inches, and we're going to enter 8.3 by 8.2, and we are confident that that is our size that we want. So we will not make I don't make another copy. I'm just going to resize this design, because if I ever need to go back to the original file, I can go to Canvas AI because it sits there, right? Now, I'm not going to go through how to make Tumbler wrap seamless in Canva. That's really another video. I also don't, unfortunately, which is why I want to take you to Kittl. I know I said 3, but I think I need to take you to Kittl just to show you how Kittl you can use like a 1:1 ratio and put it into a 8:3 by 8.2 size, right? So I want to show you that. I don't know why Canva doesn't have that. It would be amazing. In other words, this size, the size that you've got in front of you, the original size, it would be amazing if there was some way where we could stretch it out like this without losing the design. We're going to have to lose some of the design here, but there are ways around it, okay? Which is another video for another day. But let's say it was You don't need it to be seamless. That's it. You can check your size again. It's here, and it's also 8x3. That's wrong. Pretty sure I entered 9.3. Let's now go to File. I don't know why it's doing this. If I click on the resize, I think I've entered the wrong information here. So that's the first thing that we need to fix. So let's do that first. So let's go custom size, 9.3 by 8.2. Okay, so I want to resize this design. Okay, so just pull it to the exact size of the canvas. Okay, and that's basically going to be your Tumbler rack. Okay, so that's how you would design it. But like I said, the issue of seamless, I won't address this here. There are ways of doing it, but it's a different video. I'm still baffled as to why the size doesn't change here. But let's do this again, and let's go back to the home page and refresh here, because I know it's changed here. I just don't know why it doesn't change in my actual file. Again, it's still 8x3 by 8.2. I'm pedantic like that, sorry. It's changed now. That's what I wanted. It's changed now. So it's definitely 9.3 by 8.2, which is the actual size and not what I had earlier. So once you're done here, you need to file. You go to edit. You scroll down, and here is a recent update image upscaler. So if you click on it, again, it's a paid version, right? So you need to have the paid version for this. You can upscale 4 times, and then it says your image is already high resolution. You can still upscale with a lower resolution. I want to go upscale 4 times by 4 times. Okay. So this is the before and after. I don't see much of a difference, but the system did say that it's already upscaled. So entirely up to you if you want to do this. You can then replace the image, and then you're good to go. Once you're at this stage, your file is ready to be sold on Etsy after you have downloaded it, right? So you'll click on share, download. You need to have it in PNG size format. You need to have it in a PNG format and 300 dpi. And how do you do that? You just increase the size all the way to the right. You can, if it was a transparent background, then you need to click transparent background, but we are selling it with the background in this case, so there's no transparency needed. And then you click on download, right? Wow! History! 4,000 designs on Canva. Woohoo! We should have a party. 4,000 Canva designs. I don't know, what's your number? Let me know what's your number. It's busy downloading. Here we go. You can open it up. And then I like to check my file before I prepare it for sale. Click on the information. And then this already is too much. It's way past the 300 dpi, but it's more than 300. So you can do this again, and then just reduce the size. If you go download, you can take it maybe this way to 4.5, and then do this again. If that's something that you want to do, I just leave it. It's a very calculative thing that every time you do this, then you kind of need to figure out where the 300 dpi point is. Again, different to Kittl, because Kittl you can set 300 dpi from the off the bat. You can set your settings and you know it's done. Canva is slightly different, because now you need to keep on trying to figure out where's the point of 300, and we're not doing that today. So I'm just showing you how you can play with the size, especially if spacing, as you'll see now, it's 21 MBs, it was 36, especially if space on your local drive is an issue. Now you've got it down to 400. 484. If you really want to get it down to 300, keep on doing that exercise. Again, it's just very different to the likes of Kittl, and even MyDesigns got a very seamless process, which we'll get to in a minute. So once your image is done, what I like to do is go to a system called V45, which is a mock-up system, one of the systems that I do use. You can select your image, which we'll do now. So you can select your image, the one you've just downloaded, and then open it. If we go back here, you will see that the monthly memberships also got the tags for you that you can use. Over here in V45, you will be able to paste your tags, right? You are not busy with clip art, you're not busy with digital papers, you're not busy with something generic, you're doing a Tumbler app, so you click on it. Now this design is already on my Etsy, in my Etsy store, which I showed, and when I started the video, I opened it for you. So I opened it up for you, and I'm not going to publish it to Etsy, right? I just want to show you the process. So check your description, make sure that you're happy with everything over here, and change your title over here. So spook with pastel pumpkins and hollow witch clip art. You can say perfect gift for mom with commercial. So you will just have to do this checks, right? These checks, right? Commercial use. I'm just for demonstrating purposes. Then you, before you publish, which is clicking on create listing, you need to or can click on generating previews, and this is an opportunity for you to change anything that you see in front of you before you take it through to Etsy. This is an amazing system. I've been using it for quite a while, and it's lovely because you can have 20 Tumbler wrap, like on theme Tumbler wrap designs, and you can just bulk create them, like all 20 in, copy paste your tags, change your titles, and have them all pull through to Etsy in minutes, right? So if you click on the preview, you will see what it would actually look like on Etsy. So that's the first one. Not too bad at all. I like it. You can set what you want to use as mockups. This is like a wall art, but it gives you a full view of what the image would look like. You can choose t-shirts, you can choose mugs, you can choose hoodies. There's a lot of things. So it gives you a couple of previewed items, but all 10 slots that Etsy provides us with, you can come and change it here. So I'm going to finish here with Canva, and that's how I use Canva to create my 20-hour Tumbler wraps. Okay, so the next one is we're going to go to Kittl. Let me just go to my Kittl. Refresh. Okay, I'll take you to the main dashboard so that you can see the process, and where I mentioned earlier you can do your settings off the bat, and then once it's done, it's done. So these are some of my designs. You can click on new project. Okay, here you do your settings. So it's important that you get your settings right here. Okay, so we're going to go inches. We said 9.3 by 8.2. And we want the 300 dpi. So there's no having to fiddle with the sizing because you're setting it off the bat, right? Okay, click create. And then this is your canvas in front of you, and you can click on it, double check it, make sure that the size is right. Yes, that is definitely right. Again, we are going to use an AI generator, image generator over here, and then I'll go take you back to the monthly membership. Let's stay with, let's see, professions. I don't think I've got much, but let's see, sports. Professions, we've got nurses, CPAs, accountants, teachers. Let's go to sports. So it all depends on what it is that you want to design. We've got baseball, basketball, football, etc. You can scroll down, you'll see what is in the vault. Anything that you like, you can just copy it and then paste it into your software of choice. So let's go and take I like the purple basketball. I have, if you haven't noticed, I love purple. So I'll just copy, go to Kittl, paste it in, choose watercolor. I choose between the watercolor and the digital art style. The difference between the two for me is the watercolor, you'll see like the doggies on the white background. It will give you like a white background effect, and obviously the art style is watercolor. But if you choose digital art, it tends to fill the negative white space at the back with elements or like a colored background instead of the white background, right? So we'll go with watercolor. The thing with Kittl is you'll have to wait till it's done. I don't know why. We're done generating and then go over to the next one. There is an option, I think, where you can do multiple types of generations, but I don't need to do that right now. And also Kittl, you only get 200 credits a month. So on the plan that I am on, I think it's about $12 a month, $15 a month. I love Kittl. I do most of my Tumbler apps with Kittl, so I use the credits sparingly. And bulk generation is just not something I do with Kittl. So you've gone to the membership, assuming, or you've got your own prompt, you've copied the prompt, you're getting it very similar to what is in. The reason it looks so very similar, sorry, let me correct myself. The reason it looks so similar is because the membership is telling you that it was done in Kittl. So the chances that your image is going to be very similar to what the prompt is that you copied is high. So let's go to, my mouse keeps doing this. Every time I'm busy on, I've got a wireless mouse. So every time I'm busy on doing a video, it kind of dies on me. I just want to go to demonstrate this point quickly. Problem solved. Okay, so the reason, like I said, the image is so similar to the one that you have seen in the vault is simply because I've created it in Kittl, so it will be similar, right? Then if I go to Artistly, which is fast becoming my favorite tool, and I go to AI Illustrator, which is where I spend most of my time in. Once you're in AI Illustrator, go to watercolor, paste. Now I'm confident I'll get a good output. I'm very confident I'll get a good output, but I know it's not going to be as similar than the one that I just saw in Kittl. So let's do 4, generate. While it's generating, we'll come back. I just want to, that's like just a side note in terms of the prompt. If you're wondering why doesn't my output image look like the one in the prompt, it's because it's check the system where it was made, right? And then just for study purposes, let's go to Canvas AI and just paste the same prompt here. So we will go create an image. We will go 4x3. We'll paste, and I said illustration, and then I sometimes do color, sketch color. Let's those two run. Let's go back to Kittl. So now earlier, remember I said, I don't know why Canva does that thing where you can't actually resize it. It doesn't give you that freedom to resize it. I want to show you here. If you click on Shift and you pull the corners of the image, right? And you pull it down, you can fit it exactly to the specifications of your Canva, which is something I can't do in Kittl. Sorry, I can't do in Canva. If you know how to do that in Canva, please drop it for me in the comments. So typically we would remove the background. If it removes too much of the stars and or whatever, then I just regenerate. Sometimes I leave the white background and then I don't advertise it as a transparent background, right? In this case, we could save the stars and the elements at the back, which gives it more gives more value to the image rather than having all of these stars removed during the background during the process. So again, then I'll just do this, and then I'll pull it even further, and then I'll pull it down. And now I will also leave, you can see here, I'll leave white, a little bit of background here and background there, so that when the Tumbler wraps around, then it's got that white line and you don't have two stars overlapping each other. Okay, so once that's done, you can export it, and how I do that is download, and in this case I'll remove the background, and you can optimize the quality, but even if you don't, you'll still get 300 dpi. And then you download, and then again you can take it to V45 and follow this process. Now the last one that we're going to do is MyDesigns, which is, like I mentioned, it's new to me. I'm still finding my way out, so if I'm a bit too slow, bear with me. Let's just go to Canva to see what those ones look like. So Canva gives me a whole different output here. Look out for these little trademark logos that can bring you into a lot, like you can get into a lot of trouble for this. make sure that you double check. What I like to do is I will take this bow and I'll just paste it here, or I'll just do something that just to like not like this one's perfect because there's no Nike logo here, right? So just be careful of those. But just to show you, because it's a different system, the output would be different and the system interprets the prompt differently. Let's go to Artistly. So Artistly is also an all-star, so that's also problems. I like this one, Court Queen. I like this one, not bad. There's no logo. It's got all the stars. The spelling is correct. I can work with something like that. Again, I would upscale, which you can do here, but I know they are busy with this feature, so I won't go into it today. They are busy on maintenance on that section. They've given us like a heads up before the time. You can download it and you can then mock it up and get it ready for sale on Etsy. And then the last system that I want to show you is MyDesigns. The last system I want to show you is MyDesigns. So in MyDesigns, you also have a AI generator, which is called Dream AI, and this is what it looks like. These are some of the designs that I've created. I haven't been on the system for very long. I think the credits are very expensive in my view, and I do like the value that the system offers you, so I've signed up for the basic plan just to try and figure my way out, and so far so good. And I must say, this system intimidated me before, and I looked at it and I just kept putting it off. I kept putting it off because I just didn't, it felt like over-engineered, right? But over the weekend, I saw a video, I think his name is Curtis or Chris, I'm sorry, very confirmation to the versions available, load later. I just kept watching his videos and he's so helpful in the videos, and I thought, okay, let me give this a bash. So I'm just going to try and create an image Dreamlab, and then we take that image into the whole process. Now, the difference between this system, why I think it is superior in many ways, you've got all these models available, right? Imogen 4, I believe, is amazing. I've never used it, but a word on the street. Flux is in here. DALL-E is in here. You know how much I love DALL-E. ChatGPT's image generators in here, but it's also an expensive exercise. Ideogram for text, etc. It's all in here. This one I created with Ideogram. You can see it here. So it tells you exactly when, which system, etc. Aspect ratio. Legacy model, so the older model. So if there's something that you like that the previous systems have done that you can't get with the newer systems, you can always fall back onto the older systems, right? So on and so forth. So again, you need to get a prompt or have a prompt or whatever. Just to save time, I am going back to AI prompt heaven. And what I like about MyDesigns is you can generate it in a one-on-one ratio. And I'll show you how the system will then adjust that one-on-one ratio, the square, and put it into a Tumbler app. Okay, so I'm brain freeze. Let me see what do we want to do? Margaret, let's go to clip art bundles. Let's see if there's anything here. See, food and drinks. Let's scroll down. So these are all some of the designs under food and drink. But let me go back to Tumbler apps and let's go to Thanksgiving, sports, plants and flowers, Halloween, animals. Let's go to animals. Okay, so we'll scroll down and see. So this will just be like a preview, not all of them. That's not all of it. It's just like, that's the only spaces that I have set aside for the library. And then if you scroll down, there are a lot more than what's in the preview, right? So let's say we want to design, let's go with a shiny baby Highland cow with oversized floral glasses, a pastel rainbow headband sitting on a cozy bow rug surrounded by crystals, moon phases, pampas, grass, and woven textures, etc. So we copy. That's all the information. So I can go now to the system, paste. I think DALL-E will be a good system for this one. If you go public, I don't mind. So if I generate it currently with Ideogram, then it will charge me 5.6 credits for 2 images. If I go to DALL-E, which is what I want to do, I'm gonna be billed 2.8 credits. Okay, so not too bad. I did an exercise and it costed me a lot of credits, but I think I must have done too many at once. The event. Okay, so Dali is going to charge me, bill me, and then I'm going to make sure the aspect ratio is 1:1, and then let's go. Let's see, which is quality standard. Let's see if that does. So that's the difference. So if I click HD, then it goes to up to 5.6 credits. Let's go. Okay. Get dreaming. Okay, so that's our output. So this one is not what I'm looking for. This is closer to what we wanted. Let's just do another prompt. Let's see, DALL-E 3 style vivid. Yeah, vivid. Let's do something else. Those beautiful sunflowers and a coffee cup with a straw. Let's say iced coffee. A cup with a straw around the design. Sign on a white background. With boho flowers, boho. Let's just see something like this, right? So public, 2 images. Let's get dreaming. So this wouldn't have been bad if the text wasn't there. I'm not quite sure how to edit, to be honest. I'm just going to do another one, a watercolor art style, honey and smile. Let's go public and then dream. And then we'll just choose 2, I think, and then I'll show you how I would mock up the designs. Okay. This is a problem, but I'll choose this one and I'll choose this, not this one, this one. And then I will save it to listings. I'm going to move background. I'm going to upscale. I'm going to take it to 20 Oz Tumbler apps. Okay, and then it's going to cost me 4 credits to remove the background, to upscale, save listing. Yes. I am actually growing quite fond of the system. So I'm still fiddling my way around. So let's go to listings. Let's go home. Let's go to Tumbler apps. Okay, just to recap, sorry. Because I filed it under 20 Oz Tumbler apps, right? It's saved there after I've done the upscaling and the background removal. Then I clicked on open, and then because I saved it under 20 Oz Tumbler apps, that's exactly where it's sitting. So once you have identified the ones, because there's 5 in total, but we're not going to do all 5. I want to work on this one, and I want to work on this one, right? So I go to Canvas, then I go to templates, then I go to custom size. I think it's 2790 by something. Okay, I know the width is 2790, but I forgot the 2460. So it's 2790 by 2460. Okay, so now you need to set your canvas accordingly, create, and then add listing, and then add to all, right? Okay, that's fine. And then let's see. So I don't think it's removed the background. So this is maybe an image that the background can't be removed, right? So what you'll do is you will go to position and you will fit width. And then now you just need to do your placements accordingly, how you want it, right? Because you've done it on this one, an easy way to, let's say you had 10 images over here, an easy way to put ones, right? Like I've just done the fit to width, or fit art, like that's fit artboards, yeah, it's fit to width. Then just like maybe just shift it up, if you'd like, and then you would click on it, right click on it, sync, and then it would also happen whatever you've done on this main one, it will also happen on this one. Now I'm not quite sure. Let me just try and remove the background over here, because I did it in the earlier step and it didn't quite take it, the background removal. But I can see through it, so it must have done the background removal. Okay, so it seems like this one, there we go. And again, we will sync this one. No. Okay. I don't think this one's background can be removed. Let's try. Okay, I don't know. So once you've done all of this, you've made sure that it's sitting where it needs to, all placed correctly, you can then go to save. And just make sure that you are saving it to the main file, because this is the actual file that you'll be selling to the customer, onto the customer. That's what the customer is going to buy from you, which is the upscaled PNG file at 300 dpi, right? Save. All files in output slot in main file will be overwritten, all meaning if there was 10 over here, all of them, in this case it's 2, yes, override, and now it's done its part. So this is basically, you also can have a grid view. These are the two that we are busy with, and this is just like a list view, right? So we've got the file, and you can see here that's the size 2790 by 2460 and 300 dpi. So that is ready. This one is completely transparent, and this one background is part of the design, right? So now we're going to go into mockup. So if you click on mockups, you've got image mockup and video mockup. Go to image mockup, okay? And then the first thing that you do is click on multi mockup, right? You also want to go to digital. Please make sure that you click digital, because all of these categories have been set up in a way that is either physical products or digital products. And if you choose like a t-shirt that's meant for print on demand, your wording on some of the images will mislead customers. So just make sure that you, as a digital product seller, which most of you are, you choose digital, right? Now we are dealing with a 20 Oz Tumbler. Make sure you click multi mockup, and now go through what it is that you want to set as your mockup. Now, there is a bit of work up front, but the beauty of MyDesigns is you do it once, you sync, and if you had 10 bundles in this, 10 images in this like sync process, you would do this once, and it pulls through all the designs, and you have 10 designs like within minutes, and that's just a massive time save. So just make sure that you're choosing the right ones. We're going to start with the tapered Tumbler wrap, so we can click that one. Because you've got multi on here, you can choose quite a few. That's the tapered. This is the straight Tumbler. This is like just a beautiful image. You can even search Tumbler, right, and then just filter out the rest. So you've got 1, 2, 3 here. Remember, we've got like 10 slots. You can have this one, you can have this one. So whatever you're on 7 now, you've got 3 left. This is a nice one, and he is 40 Oz. So just make sure that you're choosing the right one. And then just, yeah. So we'll choose these, and then you can choose JPEG, because you don't want images on Etsy being PNG. It's way too big, it's unnecessary, and you're not selling these files. You are just using it as mockups, right? So confirm that you want all of them, generate mockups, and then in a couple of seconds you'll see them filling up here. And then we'll go back and we'll just do the video mockup, which is just a selection of your existing images. You can have it in this view, and then if you double click on it, it will show all of the listings that you've got in your view, the same ones, like all the images. So it tells you this is the straight design, all of it. Double click again. This is the mock-up for this one. Look how beautiful it looks. It's the mock-up for this one, cute, and so on and so forth. I think it looks amazing. I love this. I'm getting to love the system. I was very intimidated by it before, but I think it's good. Okay, so once you're happy, you go back to mockups, go to video mockup, and now you can basically choose the images that you want, right? So you want, let's say you want this one as your main image, then this one. You can put this one in, this one, and then you just submit for the video. Again, a couple of seconds, and you'll see this slot over at the end will be the video mockup, right? So there is a bit of work, but just think of the effect, the multiplication effect, where you do it once and you can have 10 images for 10 different mockups, right? For 10 different products on Etsy, just doing the work once and have 10 different listings in like minutes. So that's the video. You can click on it. It will show you what it looks like. Here we go. And just like that, you've got your video. Perfect. So we've got our design upscaled. We've got our mockups done, the images. We've got our video sorted. We now need to go and fill in the details that we need to upload the listing with an Etsy, like so the product the description, the keywords, etc. It doesn't stop there. My design doesn't stop there. I know all of that was amazing, but check this. Go to Vision AI, right? Vision AI is their software that just fills in all this cumbersome process of filling in the title and what do I say and the keywords, etc. So you can lean on Vision AI to do the rest for you. Please, again, do not select t-shirt, because you will be telling people it's a t-shirt design. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, click on digital, make sure it's only digital. Etsy platform, recommended model, we're just going to write it for you. The title will be title, the description will be description, tags will be tags. You want to be here, you want to click on custom instruction and say this is a digital file. No physical product will be delivered. It is a PNG format file, commercial use. Right, so just let the system know that this is a digital file. There's no physical Tumbler going to be delivered to anyone ever, right? Once you filled all of those in, you can click on generate listing for 2. Because you're constantly on the 2 out of 5 products or listings, it will keep on reminding you before you do a generation that you're doing it for 2. You're doing it for 2. If you were doing it for all 5, just make sure that you've clicked all 5. You can click them over here, or you can just once click and it will select all. So the system's still working in the back. Actually not, it's done. So if you go to list view, you'll see all the titles, the tags, the description, and it's not a copy and pasted. It goes with exactly what is in the system. You're talking about a boho scout, digital art style with glasses, hippie animal. I never said anything about hippie, but the system's smart enough to figure out what is going on here. Pastel colors, moon phases, crystal clip art, right? This is a digital product. No physical items will be shipped. High quality PNG file for your creative projects, ideal for printing, sublimation, and digital projects, ideal for creative wall art, stickers, cards, and more. Commercial use. Didn't say, which is what I should have said, is that it is a 20 Oz Tumbler wrap PNG, right? And then I just have to shorten it. Okay. So 20 Oz. I should have instructed the custom settings. I should have set it there and it would have pulled it through. Tumbler wrap skinny 20 Oz. Let's say skinny Tumbler. Okay. Take this out. Okay, check that the tags are correct. Iced coffee art, honey, bee clip art, summertime design, commercial license, honeycomb. So just you have to just double check, right? I would say this 20 Oz skinny Tumbler wrap. I forgot to mention, you'll see here, the first file is the straight tumbler, right? The second one is the tapered file. Can you see the white edging? There's a white edging. If I go to the right, there's no edging. This is the straight. So we're basically selling the skinny size, which is the 9.3 by 8.2, but it's the straight tumbler. And then we've also got the second file, which is 100 dpi. Here's the problem. This one, I should have saved this one as a PNG and not a JPEG. Okay, so just be careful that, because these two are the ones that you're going to send to the client or the customer, and I did not choose PNG for the third one, though the skinny one is definitely a PNG. So just watch out if you are going to look into the system. Just make sure that it is a PNG. Anyway, I'm not going to fix it now, but right, yeah. And then this one, we're not working on this one. So we're still on 2 for 2. So we've got our mockups, we've got our images, we've got our video, we've got the title tags and description. We're happy with it. We've checked all of it. We're going to now publish. You're going to choose digital and not print on demand, digital. Here you're going to select the files that you want to sell to the customer. So you've obviously got a lot of files here, but you want to attach the ones that you'll sell, which is the first one and the second one. Obviously we know there's a problem here, but I'm not going to go back and fix that now. If you're happy, you click on next step. Now you want to arrange your mockups, right? So I want this one to be the main one. I want to select all of these. This one must be my first one, so the one that's here is the main thumbnail. And then rest I'm happy with. Let's see. Okay, I'm taking a bit longer because I'm still new. With time, obviously, everything gets better, right? So these are the two files, but the one is like I've already mentioned. Once you're happy with all of this, so you've got many opportunities to double check your writing. You can go through the listings and then just make sure that everything is checking out. You can then go and set your price. So let's say you're selling it for $350, right? And $9.99 quantity. You're happy with that? Next step. And then this is your last opportunity to double check everything. Okay. So once you're happy, you can then click on. Okay, it's telling me that something is not right here. Designs have invalid fields. Please go to the previous step. Let's see. This hasn't happened to me before. See this one. Okay. Okay, I should have clicked on bulk edit. I'm so sorry, I'm learning while I'm teaching. $350, $9.99. Because I only did it for the one, the system's telling me you are selling something at zero cost here and with no quantity. So go back and fix it. But I should have done it with the bulk editing feature, which is the one at the bottom. Now, if I go forward, I can go and publish and it will pull through to Etsy. I'm not going to do that because of this file, which I will do after I've done this video. So those are my 3 ways or steps to create Tumbler wraps. I hope it's helped you. Thank you so much for the member in my community that has asked me for it. It's a bit longer than I wanted to, but I think I've covered 3 systems and you can choose your poison. So thank you so much and I'll see you in the next video.